You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Young and the Restless fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got a Y&R comings and goings update for you. Heather Stevens is back to save Phyllis's butt, but will she interfere in Daniel and Lily's new romance while she is in Genoa City? Heather Stevens, played by Vail Bloom, is back on Friday, July 14th. We will see her by the end of the week. And Tucker has lined up things with Carson, the sketchy EMT, so that Phyllis could get self-defense in Jeremy Stark's death. But even better, she might get off on all the charges if Carson can sell it that Phyllis was his victim. But the problem is Tucker is controlling Carson, and so he controls Red. And then we've got Heather coming into town to be Phyllis's new lawyer. We're going to dig into this in just a second, but if you haven't already, please reach down and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Y&R spoilers, news, and more. All right, let's dig in. So while Tucker has getting all these ducks in a row with Carson, he is bribing him to say what they want, but Tucker also let her know he could pay the guy to say anything he wants, including things that will make things much harder on Phyllis. So he's got that leverage. Meanwhile, Michael Baldwin, her lawyer, suddenly had to leave the country. He had to go to, I think, Singapore or some kind of urgent business. And he called up Heather Stevens, who's a top-notch attorney, to ask her to take over Phyllis's case. And then Heather's ex, Daniel Romalotti, also asked Heather to come help his mom. So as of Friday, July 14th on Y&R, Heather is back in town. But is she going to cause problems in addition to solving them? That remains to be seen. And what about Lucy Romalotti? The last time we saw her in Genoa City was May 31st, but there was chatter in summer spoilers that Lucy was going to be back over the summer months. So since Heather, who's her quasi-mom and is raising her, is in Genoa City, it would make absolute sense if Lucy was there with her. But if not, she could always say that Lucy is, I think it's in Portugal. Is that where they're usually living? Someplace like that. That she's there with her dad, Paul Williams. Because remember, Paul is supposedly over there because they've written his character out permanently. So no doubt Daniel is going to have some FaceTime with his ex, and I'm wondering if Heather is going to want a romantic reunion. The last time she was around, she had told Daniel that she was seeing this guy and that she loves him, and told Daniel, this is it, it's officially over. But if she's broken things off with this new guy, then maybe she will want Daniel back. And that could be why she agreed to take this case, because maybe this serves two purposes. It lets her help Daniel's mom, which might pave the way to the second thing, which could be them reuniting. Already, Phyllis started out, though, lying to her new lawyer, Heather. She was saying, oh, Carson's going to pop up soon. I feel strongly about that. And then moments later, Heather gets a text saying, oh, Carson, the EMT, has been found. And it's like, okay, that seems weird that you told me that. And then 33 seconds later, it happened. And Phyllis tried to play it off saying, I manifested it. And it's like, okay, if you believe that things manifest that you think hard enough about, that's great for you. Not everybody believes that. And certainly in this case, it's a big fat lie, because Phyllis is a liar. She lies about so many things. And I have a feeling that this is just the start to her lies. And I'm wondering if it's going to be problematic for Heather to serve as her attorney if she knows that Phyllis is lying. She's spent enough time around Phyllis since she's been with Phyllis's son for so long to know when Phyllis is up to something. She probably knows when Phyllis is lying. And this it could be disastrous, because that's the kind of thing that can come back to bite attorneys if they know that their client is not acting in good faith and they go into court and they say things that they believe to be untrue. As long as your lawyer doesn't know the truth and they believe your lies, they can go into court and tell that lies. But if they know you're lying, then it's unethical for them to tell those lies in court, to ask you questions they know you're lying to. So it's a hairy situation. So then we've got Heather calling Chance Chancellor to arrange Phyllis's surrender at the GCAC. And then, of course, he has to tell Christine. And Tucker is nearby, eavesdropping, as always, making sure that things go off without a hitch. And so Christine happily accompanies Chance over to the GCAC and is there tickled as punch as he claps handcuffs on Phyllis in front of her lawyer, Heather, and her kids. So how long is Heather sticking around? Well, clearly she's going to stick around to handle this case. So I would definitely expect her to be around for at least a week's worth of episodes. Clearly, Phyllis is going to get away with murder. And I don't think she murdered Stark, but a lot of people are going to say she got away with murder. So Heather's top notch. The EMT has been paid off to say things to exonerate her. So this should all be golden. Phyllis should be sitting in butter. And if Heather is in town also to try and reconcile with Daniel, I don't think it's going to go very well. Lily has moved into Devon's penthouse. She has an empty nest, and I suspect she might ask Daniel to move in with her very soon, and it looks like he would be thrilled to do that. Hey, if you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Y&R updates, news, and more, and we would love it if you clicked a like on this video. What do you think? Are you excited at this Young and the Restless comings and goings update with Heather Stevens coming back to save Phyllis? What do you think?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.